Good morning friends, I'm Jyoti Hikar and today I'm going to talk about the causality assessment. So let's start. Firstly, we see what is causality assessment. Causality assessment is an integral component of a medical review process that determines the possibility of an association between the intake of drug and occurrence of an adverse event in an individual patient. It then we are going to forward towards the objectives of a causality assessment. The objectives of a causality assessment includes first to estimate the relationship between the drugs and events. Then second one is helps in signal detection. Then the third one is evaluate the risk and benefit of the drug. Then the fourth one is helps in evaluating adverse drug reaction report in early warning systems and for regulatory process. Then next forward we seeing the methods of causality assessment. The methods of causality assessment includes the global introspection. In the global introspection, it is the process of assessing causality based upon the clinical judgment of an individual or by a panel who have expertise in the field of specific adverse drug reaction. Then in method of causality assessment, the second one is the WHO UMC systems. Means this method was developed in the consultation with the national centers participating in a program for international drug monitoring. There are six different categories of the causality assessment classification based upon the strength of association between the drugs and adverse events. Um, then we go forward to a WHO UMC scale. In WHO UMC scale, it is a method that is globally accepted. It is a practical tool for detecting unknown and unexpected adverse drug reaction. The assessment is based on four different criteria. The criteria included the first is a time relationship between the drug use and the adverse events. Then the second is the absence of other competing causes. In that the medication disease. Then third one is response to a drug withdrawal or dose calculation. In this D challenge is involved. Then fourth one is response to readministration, in which re-challenge is involved. The WHO UMC assessment scale. In this, the level of causal association in group is grouped into four categories based on the number of above criteria being met. The categories are certain, probable, possible, and unlikely. So firstly we see the certain. When all the four criteria A, B, C, D are met, it is known as certain criteria. For example, injection site reaction after 30 seconds following a subcutaneous injection. Then the second one is probable. In this, when criteria A, B, and C are met, it is a probable criteria. For example, diarrhea with amoxicillin. Then third one is a possible criteria, which means when only only a criteria is met. For example, abnormal liver function or test after taking uh, antihistamines. Then fourth one is unlikely, means no criteria met. For example, colon cancer diagnosed after 3 doses of an antibiotics. Then fifth one is unclassified or conditional criteria. It is applied when more data is needed, and such data is being sought or is already under examination. Then our sixth one is unaccessible. In this, when the information in a report is incomplete or contradictory and cannot be verified, then it is unclassified data. Then we go forward to the methods of causality assessment. The first method is Naranjo's algorithm. Naranjo is a scientist. Naranjo's algorithm is a questionnaire for determining the likelihood of whether an ADR due to the drug or due to the alternative factors. It assigns the probability of a cause via scoring system that terms the probability as defined, probable, possible, and doubtful. The Naranjo's algorithms have a criteria which meets a questions. The questions are like, are there previous conclusive reports on this reaction, or did the adverse event appear after the suspected drug was administered, or did the adverse event improve when the drug was administered or discontinue, or a specific contagonist was administered, or did the adverse event reappear when the drug was readministered, or are there alternative causes that could on their own have caused the reaction. That are all the questions which said by Naranjo. Uh, Thank you.